Well, Sturgis means a lot to Harley-Davidson.
And of course, homecoming brings so many people together to this great city where it all began. You know, it's the adventure.
That sense of freedom, the sense of the open road, the Wild West.
Every experience on that bike, you end up with a story to share.
It's sometimes hard to put into words.
Welcome back to the channel. We are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we are in the archives of Harley-Davidson.
Yeah, the museum for sure. And we've been here before, but today we get to sit down with Bill and Karen Davidson. We're going to talk about homecoming, the road to Sturgis, and Harley-Davidson in general. I can't wait to hear their stories. Special day for us.
I mean, you can feel the power, the energy, you can smell the fuel. I mean, it just makes you want to get out and ride when you're in this building and you see all these motorcycles.
And the cool thing for us, we were able to have a conversation with Willie G himself.
That was great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, we were talking about that, how generational that is for all of us. And look, couldn't have been done without him getting the group back together. Otherwise, we wouldn't maybe be on these Harleys.
You know, what's really bizarre is the fact that when we started riding Harley-Davidsons, we never would have thought, fast forward, we are now in the museum. We are now friends with everyone from Harley-Davidson. That's a mind blow.
I don't know if everyone's our friend.
They're our friends.
But, you know. But yeah, this is really cool, very epic for our channel, and let's get to it.
Hi, I'm Karen Davidson, fourth generation Davidson. And my father is Willie G, and my grandfather was William H, and my great-grandfather was William A. So, proud lineage.
Bill Davidson, VP and brand ambassador, and I am fourth generation. Along with my sister, we're the two remaining direct descendants with the company.
We've just had an amazing homecoming here in Milwaukee, and it's really in celebration of my dad, Willie G, which was an awesome tribute. And of course, homecoming brings so many people together to this great city where it all began. And we've just been having such a good weekend, and it's really just an amazing scene between the museum and what we experienced at Betts Park. Brought everybody together. There were so many things to do and see. Great bands and just an incredibly enthusiastic environment to celebrate Harley-Davidson and 121 years of our history.
That common interest exists all over the world with Harley riders.
Crazy.
Because it's wherever I've been fortunate enough to travel to different events around the world, it's the same thing. It's that camaraderie.
At 3700 West Juneau Avenue, we have two parks, Harley Park and Davidson Park. And Jochen, our CEO, had the vision of transforming the campus to an amazing park environment so the community and enthusiasts from all around the world can come and celebrate the great company at its very, very foundation, the home and the heartbeat and everything that surrounds the beginning of Harley-Davidson. The company is right there. It's an amazing environment. It's a kind of a circular park that embraces the space and the company building. And we were there on Thursday night for the opening of homecoming weekend. And my dad was there, of course, and we were there. And it was like this incredible moment for all of us. You know, and it was almost, it gave you goosebumps, you know. It was like reflecting on our history, reflecting on our founders, there with dad and family. And it was a great way to kick off the homecoming weekend.
The museum, of course, we did a great display, a special display on Willie. In fact, he was here this morning and walked through that display for the first time. And you could tell he was very excited to see what we had put together. It's been a really, really exciting weekend with lots of things going on besides the dedication to Willie. There's been custom bike shows and people from all walks of life from all over the world coming together to see Red Hot Chili Peppers, Jelly Roll, Hardy. You know, our dealers in the local area, we have 6 local dealers that each one of those dealerships put on major events. So we're very, very excited. We're getting great compliments on what occurred, and we look forward to doing this every single year here at the birthplace, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Blessed with being able to ride since the age of 6. And Willie, our father, taught my brother, sister, and I how to ride. And I remember at one dealer show, in fact, I was introducing our new motor, the Twin Camp, and I was out on stage. And I talked about the feeling of the first time you take those handlebars and you've experienced that sense of freedom. And even at 6 years old on a Harley-Davidson M50, I remember when Willie jumped off the back of that motorcycle and I sensed the freedom of those handlebars all by myself. I mean, it was a little wobbly at first, but then I was like, wow, this is a dream come true. And what's really cool is that dream has never stopped. And in fact, it's grown every single year that I get on my bikes and I go to Sturgis, I go to Daytona, I go to Loudon. It's sometimes hard to put into words.
I have great memories of riding with my father and my mom. You know, anytime we're on a road trip, it's such a great way to celebrate what we enjoy most together, which is being out on the road. So Sturgis, it's an amazing adventure for our family to go cross country and land there and really think about the early years back in the 70s when my dad was exploring Sturgis and exploring this amazing environment for people to come together. And you know, he was one of the first pioneers that made it out to Sturgis. And my parents always made a trek out to Sturgis. Bill and I uphold that tradition today, and you know, we'll be leaving and heading out there, heading across country. The experience of leaving Milwaukee, going through the state, going through Minnesota, going on through into the plains is one that is just, it's incredibly satisfying because you're there and you know what you're going to experience. We've done it several times before, but you're never quite aware of what you're going to run into. So there's always something new. There's always something, you know, experiential about that motorcycle ride that really, you know, hits you.
Well, Sturgis means a lot to Harley-Davidson. We have been involved with Sturgis for many, many, many years. In fact, my grandfather ran the Jack Pine Gypsies Enduro back in the 30s. And he had one of the first people to have a perfect score in that event, which was amazing. And you know, it's interesting because Sturgis started as a racing event run by the Jack Pine Gypsies motorcycle. And people would go to spectate that race and saw the beauty of the area. And slowly it turned into more of a rally, still the racing, but the rally portion kind of outgrew the number of people that were just going to the races. And it's spectacular. And for Harley-Davidson to be participating in this event for well over 70 years is very meaningful to us. And a couple years ago, we established the Harley-Davidson Square on Main Street, which is kind of a tribute to and a testament to our dedication to that rally, that we're gonna be there forever and hopefully see people continue to come out there every year.
You know, it's the experience of being with this amazing, huge culture of enthusiasts, right? There's bikes everywhere, front, behind you, everywhere you look, there's bikes. And you know, the landscape and everything that you see out there is just so incredible. And the fact that that brings our great community together is just really, it strikes you as soon as you leave Waldrug and as soon as you start heading towards Sturgis. And the roads are filling up, you know, it's like, man, we're all here together.
But Sturgis is a very special place. You know, the Black Hills is absolutely one of the most beautiful places in the world. And that sense of freedom, the sense of the open road, the Wild West, it saturates your being as you're riding out there. And we have a tendency to take all back roads. We love going through little communities and stopping in little places and getting to know the people in these little towns. And the experience is priceless. And when you get there, it's also very exciting because you literally have tens of thousands of people from all walks of life, from all over the world, having a great time. So it's this phenomenal community of like-minded people that love the sense of the open road and freedom and the beautiful scenery of the Black Hills. It's spectacular, and I love it. It's a dream. It's a hobby. It's a love. People ask me, what do I do besides Harley-Davidson? And I say Harley-Davidson, because it is something the family, we all bleed orange and black. And it's such a phenomenal experience of growing friendships and meeting people all over the world. And to experience riding in different locations around the world on a Harley-Davidson is very, very special. And it's because you're on a Harley-Davidson, and it's fantastic. So Homecoming 2024, today's the last day. It was July 25th through the 28th. And what an amazing event. The rock and roll, the country music, the people, our 6 dealerships, things we had going on at headquarters, things we have going on at the museum, Davidson Park, Harley Park, our powertrain operations. It was an incredible experience, and I can't encourage people enough to come to the event next year. Homecoming 2025 is going to be bigger, it's going to be better, and something that you do not want to miss.